All right, I'm here at Gardens and Glass, and we're gonna make a super compost out of all the worm castings that are no good, and out of everything that they have here. Microgreens, I mean, I have just endless. Everything is for being fermented. This is gonna be pretty cool. So I'm gonna build a bio-complete compost pile with just about anything you can imagine. Azomite, rock dust, powders, minerals. We're talking shit from everywhere. This is a no holds bar here, man. My boy goes all in. He's got minerals all over the place here. Gotta forgive the mess, man. The hurricane really did a number. So I'm gonna continue brewing. I brought a brew from home. Then I'm gonna continue brewing up here. I'm gonna make a small controlled compost pile there. I'm gonna pull from compost piles everywhere, mushroom substrates, and just a lot of stuff, vegetation that didn't survive through the hurricane, and a whole lot of Korean natural farming technique and a whole lot of regenerative soil technique. So I'll record as I go. All right, so here, all of this is just anything you can imagine. So right off the bat, I'm going with some Waltz volcanic basalts, finely ground volcanic basalts. I'm gonna go with some alfalfa meal, protein supplement, sorghum meal, corn meal, citrus tone, so alfalfa, more alfalfa. So as I'm going, what is this? Oatmeal. Yep, I got a whole lot to build, just an all-in-one. Let's see what happens when you put everything into a compost pile. All right, here's the base for it. I made this little hardware fence thing. Added some mushroom substrates. I mean, mushroom spent substrates, mushroom blocks, whatever. Just to hold this thing in place as I go adding all this stuff. And I've got a lot of stuff. I'm gonna just add little by little and just update. I got a lot of bukashi stuff, a lot of fermented stuff. Got biology brewing, so that as I'm layering this thing, every one of these are from different compost piles. There's just an endless amount of compost bins here. I've got an endless amount of resources here. And then back here, we've got more modified Johnson Sioux style. So this is where we're at so far. All right, in this container, we have basalt, we have alfalfa meal, we have azomite. There is Build, it's called Build an Amino from Build the Soils. You have humates in there. I'm gonna end up adding bat guano. I'm gonna end up adding chicken poop. In this bag here, I have bedding that had ducks and goats and the whole thing, straw. And then gypsum. I'm gonna add gypsum. And all of these different types of unfinished compost are gonna go in here. Everything's gonna get hosed down with biology. I'm gonna start building this thing. And it's gonna look. First layer, I'm going with some of this fermented plant matter. Here, I'm just gonna start hitting this, and we got the fungal blocks. This is what's gonna happen, layer by layer. I'm gonna take from all of these were from different compost piles. We even burned a little bit to add some burnt matter material in here. And biochar. I've got some compost piles over there that are about 80% biochar. All right, some worm casting, some alfalfa sprout, more minerals. I'm gonna add next, I'm gonna add more mushroom. I'm gonna add more mushroom, and then I'm gonna add more biology. Keep building it up. Look at this coming from another compost pile. Look at that mycelium. That's what I'm talking about.
It should, in theory, help repel bugs. Look at that clump of crap.
That's a mushroom substrate with mealworms just devouring it. All right, I'm gonna add some of this chicken manure now. I'm gonna give it another dusting of rocks, and I'm gonna use some of this green stuff over here. It's got humids in it, 2 different types. And then this is some kind of mineral, some kind of rock from some kind of, God knows where. I'm just gonna take a full sample out of here, dust it in there, and then maybe whatever alfalfa meal. I've got plenty of alfalfa meal in there. Cool. All right, so we've got biochar going, that's gone in. That's fucking nice. Got another bucket there. And flour. This shit right here, it's gone in. And I'm gonna go layer more mushroom on that because I just learned that flour and biochar will promote mycelium growth eventually. This stuff here, look at this shit. This stuff, this is for you aerobic lovers. This will probably drive you crazy. This was papaya amino acids that dried up and then rehydrated, and whatever else Rick put in here. These are, again, unfinished compost piles. So this is what I'm gonna continue lighting up that bin with. This is where a lot of the nitrogen is gonna come from. I just added some leaves too. There's leaves everywhere, and this is a big old oak tree that has got plenty of leaves on the ground as well. So if I need anything brown, I can just rake it up from right here. And what else? Yeah, right now this is where we're at. Keep you posted. Let me just build this up. All right, I'm just trying to keep up with what I'm putting in here. I've got gypsum in this tea that I'm soaking this pile down with. We've added fish fertilizer for nitrogen. I'm not adding any food scraps. The only thing that has to do with food scraps are what's already been existing or composted already. And some of the existing compost pile. Look at this. It's got already mycelium growing. So let's see if we can. And then this container over here is why I pulled the phone out. That's right. So this shit right here has been fermenting for months and months and months. And this has been inoculated with just about everything. But I took a pretty decent dose of purple non-sulfur bacteria. And we're gonna add it. We're gonna keep adding shit. So I'm trying to keep up. So far, so good. More biochar, Dr. Earth's bat guano, more organic flour, azomite, powdered azomite, no, actually granular azomite, more mushroom substrate, more leaves, and we'll keep on rocking it. We wouldn't even, God knows what was in that existing compost pile. And then I'm gonna top everything off with some of this wheatgrass. Help keep the moisture down. Look at that. Tell me that's not purple non-sulfur bacteria. We got them all in these bottles here. It's all gonna go in there. I might end up with extra supplies, which is crazy. But we'll keep it going. Maybe we'll do another one. All right, now I'm just watering in compost tea. Warm tea with a lot of shit, including fish fertilizer. So I've got this hose running to the pump. It's all negligible at this point as far as chopping out microbes. It's a gentle pump. And there's just tons of shit in here. It's everything, not everything. But I'm gonna give it a good soaking. Let this really just go crazy.
All right, so here's the final product. We're looking at wheatgrass microgreens that have been harvested, and we dropped these pads on top. Rick's idea, actually, very good idea to catch. His theory that is catching anything that's gassing out of this pile is going right into the microgreen compost bin and then further compost it. But I can't wait to see this under the microscope, and in about a month or so I'll follow up and just dive in and take a look at where it's at.